Hey there, my name is Lindy Galt and I'm an online fitness and nutrition coach, and I am committed to helping women to transform their bodies and lives by speaking about several different topics, one of which is food. Food is an important topic to me, not only because I love it, but because I'm also passionate about it and passionate about teaching other women about the impact that food has on their bodies and how we can truly love food and enjoy it the way that we are meant to. And today I wanted to come live just to talk briefly about the F word. And I'm pretty sure you guys know that I don't mean the dirty F word. I mean the word fat. I want to talk to you a little bit about fat. And there's a reason that I decided to talk to you about this today. Well, there's a couple of reasons actually. One is that I recently started adding a lot more fat into my diet, and you may have noticed that in some of the things that I have been sharing online. I am going through a process of kind of testing out a different way of eating, and to see the kind of effect that it has on my body for different reasons, because of physical struggles that I have been having, emotional struggles as well, and because I think you know, because I have PCOS and a certain kind of diet is good for me. But the things that I've been learning about it apply way outside of anyone that has PCOS as well. So I've been adding a lot more fat into my diet. And at first I was scared about this because, you know, I grew up in the era where we were really taught that fat was like the bad thing. You're supposed to avoid it at all costs. I grew up and, you know, was really in my teenage years all through the low fat and fat-free food craze. And so I was always trying to avoid fat in my diet. So, of course, now I've been in the fitness and health industry for over 10 years. So I learned through my nutrition certification that of course I need fat in my diet. I need the healthy kind of fat, but I still have been very a minimalist when it comes to it. And so changing my diet in this way and adding more fat into my diet has been a little bit tricky for me, but also really empowering and quite awesome, I must say. And there's a lot of things that I've noticed from it. So that's one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about this briefly today, and I'm going to be sharing a lot more about that in the coming days and weeks. The second reason I wanted to talk about it is because I know that so many women, this is an area where they're just really uncertain because, again, of everything we've been taught about fat, and we think it's like such a bad thing for us. And I'm working with about 10 women right now. They're going through a program of mine online where I coach them about fitness and nutrition. I'm there to provide daily support and accountability to help them reach their goals. And one of the ladies in the group said she doesn't understand why she's not getting results yet. She feels that her body is changing, but she's not seeing the number on the scale change. She doesn't necessarily feel like her clothes are fitting differently, all those kinds of things that are struggles for all of us when we're trying to make a transformation in our body. And so I asked her, okay, well, you know, what are you eating? Give me a rundown of your day. And she kind of gave me a rundown of her day. And what I saw in her day was that she was greatly lacking in fats and proteins. And her day was really carb heavy. Now, some of those carbs were coming from fruits and vegetables, but her day was really carb heavy. And I said, do you track your food, you know, anywhere? Do you track it in an app or anything? She said, yes, I track it in MyFitnessPal. And she said that when she looked at it, I said, what is your breakdown during the day of, you know, the number of grams of carbs that you're getting versus the number of fats and proteins that you're getting? And the ratio was like 10 to 1. On carbs being heavy and there barely being any other fats and proteins. And I said, literally, I said, ding, 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 that is it. That is the problem right there. That is exactly why you're putting this much effort in. You're working out regularly. You're eating healthy. Yes, the foods you're choosing are healthy, but that right there is exactly why you're not seeing a change in the scale and you're not seeing a change in your body, because you need fat and protein in your diet in order to see those things. And you especially need fat. And this is one of those things that I'm really immersing myself in learning more about right now, and that I'm excited about. So what I wanted to do today was give you 4 main reasons why you absolutely, positively need to have fat in your diet if you don't already. So if you are watching this and you're somebody who still follows a very low-fat, fat-free kind of diet, I want you to change your thinking, open your mind to this, and definitely be paying attention to the things that I'm going to be sharing in the coming days and weeks regarding this topic. But first, one reason that you absolutely need fat in your diet is because fat is a huge source of energy. we always think of carbs as being our main source of energy, right? And they are a source of energy. They're usually the primary source in our bodies. Most of us are, carb sugar burners. But we would run out of energy if we only had carbs in our diet, which is why a lot of people who don't eat enough fat often feel lethargic and they feel hungry all the time. But fat is one of our main sources of energy. Once our body runs through the carbs, the glucose, the sugar in our body, it goes to fat next. So if we were to reduce the carbs and the sugar and the glucose, we would tap into that fat a lot faster, which is one of the reasons why we should eat a little more fat, right? Number 2 is that fat is what helps you to absorb a lot of really important vitamins. There are vitamins that are fat-soluble vitamins like A, E, I think S is one, K. Those vitamins can't be absorbed into our body if we don't have fat in our nutrients that help them to absorb. So you'd be missing out on the benefits of those vitamins if you don't have enough fat in your diet. Number 3, fat provides flavor, right? How many times have you eaten something that is low fat or fat free and you're like, oh, this just tastes like garbage. It tastes like cardboard, or you get, the low fat or the fat free version of something. I mean, I can remember back when the fat-free, low-fat thing was all the craze, and you would get the reduced fat Oreos and be like, these taste like crap compared to the real thing. It's because the fat's out of it. Fat provides flavor in our food, and we want to enjoy our food and have it taste good. So we need to have some fat in there for that reason. And the number four reason that I have is that fat keeps our hunger in check. Fat is something that really satiates us and allows us to actually feel full so that we're not constantly eating. If you have some more fat in your diet, you won't want to eat all the time. You won't have all those cravings for the sugars and the carbs because your body is being satiated by that fat. So those are the 4 reasons that I have for you today. You guys, I'm excited about what I'm learning and what I'm doing and what I'm putting together for women who have struggled the same way as I have with these areas, with constant carb and sugar cravings, with an inability to be able to really reduce body fat even if you're not necessarily overweight, and other things that affect even our brain health and our emotional health as well. And I'm going to be sharing that in the coming days and weeks, so stay tuned for that, and feel free to share this video with somebody else that you think might benefit from it, or to tag them in it or anything like that. But those are my 4 things about fat that you need to know today. Rewind this if you didn't get a chance to watch it. And if you are watching, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love for you to comment so I can interact with you. You can always comment after the video is over as well, because I can see those comments after the fact, and I do always go back and look for those. All right, you guys, I hope you're having a great day. Talk to you soon.